Color grading used to take days. It's a very tedious process, but it's a very rewarding journey. But now, in 2026, color grading is in a few clicks. What you can achieve in 12-node trees is now simplified in one single click. Let me show you how this can be achieved. With CinePulse AI under PFA Color Suite 7.8, when you click Generate Look, it will call 125 parameters all inside this toolkit to build a look. And look at how every single, wow, actually I pretty much like this vintage vibe right away. This is how you create the vintage kind of look in 2026 in PFA Color Suite. So you can create totally different nostalgia atmosphere in just one click, and that's totally unimaginable previously. But now, this technology has transformed so much. We have iterated from 1.0 all the way until 7.8 now. 3 engines and plus 125 parameters built in to help you handle all the color grading work for you. So now let's take a look at the basics, okay? Let's look at another shot where you use PFA colors, you can do a charm. So we can turn on the color density here. We can increase the density a little. This, it instantly gives you that film kind of saturations where more dye blocks more light. So look at the before and after. As we increase the density and saturation, look at how the luminance of the shots are actually dropping to create a saturations, and that is film strip and film dye kind of saturations. It simulates entire physics of it. And we have the film mixer. This is a very powerful toolkit because it has a normalized mixing tools. For example, now we look at the vector score is pretty spread out among the red. But once you turn on the teal and orange, you see how it instantly massage your entire palette to form the teal and orange line. So now all our reds becomes orange. And if this is a look of what you want, a vintage vibe, and that's it. And next, I can further calibrate this. If I want to add more cyan to the shot, I go down to red output, reduce red, which will shift the entire palette towards the cyan. You will inject cyan to the scene. Or I could go to green, and when I reduce green, I introduce more magenta into the scenes. Or I add green, I add more green to the scene to create the vintage vibe. So that's how simplified this whole entire journey is. And next, we can take a look at printer lights. This works like an injection of colors. It helps you to add colors that doesn't exist in the entire set design. So when we turn on the show production mask, professional colorists understand this works exactly like depth map, but it works 10 times faster than depth map. So what we can do is we increase green, increase yellow. Look at how we have the regional adding of saturations, and to those areas, when you turn on the protection mask, all the white areas of the scene, this creates the perfect isolation. You don't have to use and burn your GPU for that creative journey. Now, I'm playing back everything at 30 frames per second. That's insane, right? Yeah, for this level of isolations and depth map with vector scope overlay, I still can get live playback. This is technology on steroids in 2026 right now. So next, we look at an outdoor shot. We have been looking at indoor sets now. Let's look at an outdoor shot and how it performs. So when you look at outdoor shots, it's even simpler, okay? Same journey. We go to film mixer, look at the skin protection. When we increase it, it protects the skin and masking perfectly. So what it does, when I increase, for example, like magenta and green, look what happens. It affects nothing on my skin. If you go through the original DaVinci Resolve film mixer or any film mixer out there, they don't have such good algorithm for skin protection. When you reduce skin protection, this is what happens. The whole entire palette actually shifts into the magenta and green. And nobody will like this kind of grade, how film mixer traditionally are working as. So for example, now I will increase the skin protection, I increase the magenta and green. Look at how well the skin is being protected. Everything else being affected by the grade. For this scene, I think it works perfectly with the two-streak effect, the teal and pink kind of color palette. And this, we instantly get the look right away. Next, we can introduce more cyan to the scene by reducing the red and increase the cyan. That level of isolation is out of the world. And next, we can go down to film printer lights. We can inject the vintage vibe using green, yellow, and instantly we have a very vintage kind of look and taste in the color zones. And that's how powerful this toolkit is. And there is no other tools out there can call out 125 parameters and shift at the same time to build a very realistic and trustworthy look. Even this interview shots, the talking head shots, is graded with PFA Color Suite. I have 10 years of experience in color grading, and I condense all my knowledge into a toolkit that I can work in DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, After Effects, and coming up, Final Cut. Okay, so that's all for this episode. You can download the free trial to test out all the functions for free, but one thing I have to alert you, our 38% off offer is ending very soon. Use the promo code THANKYOU2026 to check out with 38% off. My name is Nash, Passion Fuels Ambition. I shall see you in the next one.